want to do something, it takes over everything. I mean, it becomes every other breath. If you really want to succeed at something, it takes over everything. It becomes your oxygen. I mean, literally, you don't think about anything else. Think about Sam Walton when he came up with Walmart. You think he was kind of hanging out playing a little golf and he said, let me go work on this project on Walmart. He dreamed about it. Henry Ford, who came up with the car. All these people Steve Jobs, who came up, do you think this consumed them? So if you really want to be on TV, if you really want to be good, if you really want to be successful at something, it consumes you. See, sometimes when people don't go the direction that they should go, they lose something in their lives, but they have nothing that is as fulfilling to replace that. So they end up doing something and they end up going wayward and they end up doing stuff that they really don't want to do. But if you can find something who is as good, a person or something that's as good as what you lost. See, because typically when you're in a relationship, you love some guy, you fall in love, you think you're in love with this guy, think he's great, think he's wonderful, then it's over. And you go, oh my God, this guy he was like everything. I mean, he had a great body, he had a great mind, we were like, Batman and Robin, we did everything together. And then you find another guy, he's a zero. And you find another guy, chicken dinner. And then you're kind of like, all right, I want to go back. So you end up going back to this guy that you think was everything to you. When really, if you can find someone who's as good or something that's as good to replace that relationship, you're set. But the fact of the matter is that your looks will not get you to the top. And if they do get you there, you won't last very long. You got to have something else there. You have to be more than just the appetizer. Because what will happen is, if in fact your looks get you there, guess what happens when, there's a big story about Cuba? They're going to say, all right, Calvin, here's what we want you to do. And you're going to say, wait a minute, I thought I was the face of the TV station. No, Calvin's a journalist. He's the guy who wants to get out there. You are looking at a kid who grew up in a very poor home, who didn't speak very well, in front of people, who only dreamed of being a basketball player, and never dreamed any of this would happen to him. You can do whatever you want to do. Let my story serve as an example of, it doesn't matter where you come from. I mean, every one of you has a story of how you made it here today, of how you made it to this point in your life. Be it some of you might have had violence at home, you may have grown up poor, may have gotten molested. I mean, look, it runs in every person's family. There's no one in this room who is perfect. No one. The fact of the matter is that you have to overcome all of that. All of it. The enemy on the outside can do us no harm if there is no enemy within. So, in other words, we're so quick to look at everybody else saying, you did this to me, when really the enemy is within. So, if you have that enemy inside of you that's telling you, enemy can be anything from self-doubt to low self-esteem. Again, we're all overcoming something in our lives. I don't care who you are.